We go now to Japan. 19 people are dead in what's being called one of the worst mass killings in the nation since World War II. Now, Ivan Watson is in Sagamihara, Japan, and joins us now. Ivan, the deadliest massacre Japan has seen in decades. How did it unfold?
It began before dawn on Tuesday when a former employee of this disabled person's home that I'm standing in front of right now broke in, evidently, according to Japanese authorities, and then began murdering some of the patients, disabled people inside, people that he himself had taken care of for years, with a death toll, the likes of which really this country hasn't seen in generations. At least 19 people killed, dozens of people injured, at least 13 of them seriously injured. The ages of the victims ranges from about 18 all the way up to 70. At this disabled person's home here in a very sleepy, quiet town about an hour's drive out of Tokyo in the hills. This is popular hiking country for people coming out of the Japanese capital. This disabled person's home had been home to about 150 patients. This attacker, who has been identified as 26-year-old Satoshi Uematsu, he then turned himself in to police within about an hour of this pre-dawn carnage. Linda?
And Ivan, I understand we're hearing from a childhood friend of this attacker. What have they said?
The friends of this young man say that he was a clean-cut, optimistic, cheerful guy. But we're hearing a very different story from Japanese authorities, one that suggests a history of psychiatric problems. He had worked at this location for years up until February, and it's in mid-February that authorities say he tried to deliver a letter that he had written to the chairman of the lower house of the Japanese parliament. And in that letter, according to the public broadcaster NHK, he was basically calling for killing disabled people in Japan, or euthanasia, as NHK put it. Evidently, it caused enough concern that police several days later detained the suspect and took him to a psychiatric hospital where he remained for some time, but then was released in March, reportedly, when his condition improved. Just 4 months later, before dawn, he shows up at his former place of employment and carries out the deadliest massacre that Japan has arguably seen since World War II. Some real questions now to be raised about why it was that he was released. Was there any type of follow-up to check up on somebody who clearly had some real problems? And this, of course, this incident has come as an incredible shock to the sleepy community, to Japan as a whole, and also just points out that when it comes to the specter of just kind of blind, deadly violence, no country, no ethnic group, no religious group has a monopoly on this. He does not appear to have had any political affiliations, this suspected killer. Linda.
Okay, Ivan Watson, we will come back to you as this story continues to develop. Thank you very much. Well, still to come, it's time for party unity. That was the theme as the Democratic National Convention gets off to a chaotic start. We'll go live to Philadelphia for a wrap-up of all the action. Plus, an embarrassment for Democrats has become a political nightmare and now a foreign policy issue. We'll tell you how Moscow is responding to allegations that it's behind the hack into the Democrats' email.